Rick Rubin once said in an interview that a principle he always follows is known as the audience comes last. And when you first hear that, it sounds kind of backwards, because when you create something, one of the thoughts sometimes will be, I hope a lot of people like this. And in a way, there's nothing wrong with thinking that, but the problem is where it becomes your source of creating. You always create what people want you to create. And sometimes that's not the best way to go, because for one, sometimes that will make you create stuff that you don't necessarily like, but just because it gets a bunch of attraction, you would do it. But also for number two, what Rick Rubin said, when you do that, when you put the audience last, in a way, you will get more people to like the stuff that you create. And I think the best example of that is Kendrick Lamar. When I hear Kendrick Lamar's albums, and when I personally think about it, I don't think he's that type of artist that chases a viral song. I think he's one of them artists that genuinely creates what he loves. Whatever sounds good to him, he puts out. And I think he would be that type. If it blows up, cool. But if it don't, it's not gonna trip. But he don't got to worry about that because it's Kendrick Lamar. But still, I think the point stands. And because of that, because he focuses on creating what he loves and the things that he loves to hear, that's why all of his songs sound different. Think about it. Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly, they sound completely different. It doesn't sound like he was trying to chase a hit song. Now, hit songs were made, like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe on Good Kid, Mad City, and All Right on To Pimp a Butterfly. You know, These Walls, you know, like King Kunta, like all his hit songs, some of his most famous songs, they all sound unique. They don't sound like each other, you know, because I think the reason for that was because he followed that principle that Rick Rubin said. They done had a convo already, so I'm pretty sure that was the case. I'm definitely sure. So I say all of this to say, if you're a creative, I think that's a good principle to follow, because when you do that, you in a way will get more support. It might not happen on the time that you want, but I genuinely believe that. And I think, once again, I think Kendrick Lamar is a good example of that. I also think Tyler, the Creator, is another good example of that. Even though I listen to a few of his songs, but I still genuinely believe that, without a doubt. But listen, with all that being said, I'm going to end this video off here. I hope you all end up enjoying watching. To the creators, I hope this was some game for you, and it will inspire you to apply it, because that's my intentions with making these type of videos. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Let me know how you feel in the comments, and I'm out.